today's video, I want to talk about my journey on YouTube. And if you're interested in YouTube, I'm going to give some tips and let you know what to expect. And if you are a small tech channel or you're interested in getting started, I think this will be really helpful. I think it can help you like shortcut a lot of things and really, I'm not saying I'm a great YouTuber and I'm, just barely maybe 75, 80, 85% to monetization. But I think when you're starting something, it's really nice to have somebody who's, gone through the journey to talk about it. So right now, there's just a live stream right now. I'm doing a live stream of a print, and these have actually been really helpful for me. I don't get tons of viewers, except for on a few of them, and I'll talk a little bit about that and what I think helped as well. But for example, this print is a Mario statue. It's gold filament. I think that's really helpful, having something going that a lot of people aren't looking at. So a lot of people haven't seen this shiny gold filament, and I think it brings people in, as well as having fun prints. So all of the prints I've done have been prints I've been interested in, and I think that's really helpful. So let's get more into the analytics and what is going on with my channel. So my channel is Rando Tech Nerd. A lot of people will tell you to only, stick to one niche, and I think that's actually really good advice. I do tech reviews, I do 3D printing, I, talk about what's going on in the tech world, but I do think if I would have stuck to one, like just 3D printing, I would have probably been able to continue and gain more momentum, or if I would have stuck to just tech. But I really enjoy both, so I'm okay with not growing super fast. My goal isn't to get monetized, it's to share what I enjoy. So we can look right here at my studio dashboard, and you can see I have 872 subscribers, and it does say that I have enough watch hours, but only certain watch hours count towards monetization. So I'm sure a lot of you are interested in, like, how do I get monetized quickly? And I can't give you that advice because I've been doing this for about a year, kind of just like in little spurts, a couple months here, a couple months there. But I can tell you, if you want to get monetized in about a year, you're going to need the 1,000 subscribers, and you're going to need 4,000 watch hours. The subscribers are probably easier to get than the watch hours. The first goal you're going to have is to start earning, which gives you these super users and channel memberships. I'm not going to take advantage of the channel memberships because I don't want to charge any of my subscribers. But that is something, if you build a really core audience and you want to charge a membership fee, you can earn money from that. So I'm very close. I'm 48 watch hours away, which I assume I'll get this week because I have already had a couple hundred hours that aren't counted yet. So the YouTube actually only counts your time, and it's about like a 4 or 5 day lapse. So this is showing data as of January 22nd, and in the last few days I've had a decent amount of views on a couple long form videos, and we'll talk about how you can get those view hours as well. So then the next goal that everyone will want to attain if they want to be monetized is this 1,000 subscribers, and I'll also talk about how I've seen the most gain of subscribers. I'm sure what I do won't work for everyone because I've also haven't gained them super quickly, and I think it's more about like the community. But this watch hour thing is what's probably going to be the hardest to get for most YouTubers. So one of the things I really wish I would have known at the beginning is these short views. Unless you have really great shorts, this is a really hard goal. So to get, and we'll look at my shorts while we talk about this, but to get 10 million views in 90 days, that's a lot, and you have to have shorts go viral to be able to get that. And I'll show you one of my more popular shorts that I've recently posted, and even though it has really good metrics, it hasn't gotten tons of views. Well, I guess it depends how you think about it. But so we'll click on it. So it's this Samsung S25 Ultra S Pen now with the stylus. And basically what's going on is for the new S25 Ultra, they've kind of nerfed that that S Pen, so it only works as a stylus. I made a little short about it, basically just go into like, hey, this doesn't work for the phone anymore. Samsung, maybe you want to get the S24 Ultra instead. But what's important here is the metrics. So I've got 8.9K views, which is pretty decent for a short for a new YouTuber. And I'll show you how YouTube kind of gauges how to put your short into the algorithm. So this short definitely made it into the algorithm. And if we look down, we can see the watch time. So it's pretty normal for me to have about like less than 50%, staying at 30 seconds. So this is one of my more popular videos. And one thing that I can say is the more and more you do it, the more you'll know how to hook your audience and keep them interested. I don't really shoot for just that. I really want to like inform people, and I found that doing that and giving people value is what's helped me the most. Another thing that's extremely important with shorts is, let's see where it is, this metric right here, how many chose to view. So this, if you have less than maybe 60-50%, you're maybe even 30-40, I guess it depends how long people are watching. But what you really want to do if you are going for those short views is you want to get this how many chose to view up. So I've heard that if you get like 80%, your video is going to go viral. I haven't seen that yet. I do think it's partly because I'm a niche tech channel. People, it doesn't send it out to the algorithm, but I think that's okay because you want people who are actually interested in your videos to be watching them. And when you do start, these analytics can be a little difficult to understand, but this shown in feed just shows you how many times they've actually shown your video. The views is how many times people have actually clicked on them, and the unique viewers is how many people have watched it like only once. So if people watch it over and over, this will be really low, and but your views can still be higher. So if you're not going for those short views, which I think is really hard to get unless you're really talented at shorts, or you have really exciting content, because there's some people out there who are just exciting and doing fun things, and it's totally possible. It's hard, but it's possible to get there. You can also scroll through these. I won't go too much into depth with this likes versus dislikes. I kind of have a theory about this. So I think the likes versus dislikes doesn't really matter that much because I've had some controversial videos, and even though they've been disliked, they've still done okay. So I think it really more matters if people are interacting, commenting, clicking on it, watching it to the end. So although I don't recommend it, there is a strategy where you can kind of be controversial and maybe get a lot of views. And then this audience tab is really interesting as well. It shows how many people came back to watch it. It shows how many subscribers you've gained from it. And this is also really important when you're first starting. So a lot of my viewers are mostly males, usually around this age range. I really hope that I can get more demographics because I want everyone to enjoy my videos. And then it'll tell you the geography. So I have noticed for my videos that they do a lot better when it's early in the morning, and I think that is because I have a lot of viewers from India, which is awesome. They're very interested in tech, and I really enjoy talking to them. They have different takes on tech, and yeah, so I think depending on where people are watching, you'll see your videos do well at different times, and that leads to another point. It's when to upload. And so this geography can really help you decide when to upload. A lot of people will say to upload like, really late at night because you're not having a lot of competition. Other people will say to upload, around 6:30 p.m. because a lot of people are watching. And I think one of the things you can do as a new YouTuber is you can look at your metrics and just say like, oh, okay, these are the people who are watching. This is what I should shoot for. Because if you do start hitting that target demographic and you put your video at the right time, if a lot of people who are subscribed to you click on it, that's going to make your video do a lot better. So now to talk a little bit about those watch hours, and we'll just go through my videos and my lives just really quickly, not in too much depth. But I will show you kind of what I've learned as I've gone. So when I first started, if you look, these all have decently low views. And, if you're just starting, don't get held up on this, because when I started, these videos had, let's actually go to the end. So these videos actually had 0 views, 1 view. So this Ecovacs, until like recently, it only had 2 views. So really don't get held up on this, because these were, the more and more videos you make, the more your watch hours are going to compound, because people start watching and they'll go back to your old videos, and the algorithm does continue to push the videos. So this is the first video I've ever made, and it was just unboxing some drones from Temu. And as you can see here, so look, the views are just going up and up and up, and even recently they're still moving up. So that's kind of one really important piece of advice, is like, you might not see that you're even making any momentum at all, and a big part of it will be your videos aren't being seen by anybody. But once you have kind of a library, they're all going to be slowly shown, and so you're kind of getting that compound interest from all of those videos, even if they're really, really slowly growing. So, I wasn't super proud of this video, but I am super interested in finding out if the drones from Temu can compare. And I think, people, at least a few people, are interested in this. And it did gain me 3 subscribers. So one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give to anyone interested in this is to put videos out that you're interested in, and just put them out there. You don't have to make them perfect unless that's part of your strategy, because that strategy can work. But I think you'll learn, and I learned a lot more just by putting it out. And you'll also have that ability to gain some more knowledge while you're doing it. So back to the views. And at first I really thought like these long form videos weren't worth it. I thought that live streams were better. I thought I'm gaining more watch hours from that. But after having kind of a library, I'm seeing it grow so much. So another example is this Orca slicer split into multiple objects. I almost didn't make this video, but I was working on my 3D printing and I saw, oh hey, this is an issue. I didn't know how to fix it, so I figured it out, and I just put a really quick video up, and I've gotten 24 watch hours from it, which isn't a crazy number, but for just a screen recording video tutorial, it's great. And I've actually seen a lot of the comments. We can look at them, and people have said, thank you, that's really helpful, and I think that's what it's really about. And then just to go a little further, to talk about evergreen content versus trending content. So this video, how to change ear tips, I consider this evergreen content for my channel. It's something that anyone who's getting these earbuds, even if they're getting them in 2 years, they're gonna maybe want to know this. And even if a bigger channel made a video about it, maybe they'll want to see a faster video. So that's one of the things I try to do. I try to make really quick tutorials, because I know people don't want to spend tons of time. Please disregard this video, because I know this is a long one. But they don't want to spend tons of time, watching to figure out how to do something simple. So I made this video really quickly. It took me maybe 3 minutes, and I've gained 65 watch hours and 4 subscribers. and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. People have said, you know, thank you so much for helping, even offered other video ideas. So, you know, if there's something you're thinking about and you're like, hey, like, I don't know how to do that, and you want to do a tutorial, make it, put it out there. A lot of people get held up and they're like, oh, if my video doesn't do well, it's not worth making, or, you know, it's going to hurt my channel. And I don't think that's really true, especially when you are new to it. I think just getting as much as you can out there as possible is really helpful. So if you are starting this journey, you know, just start it. Even if you're, you know, if your video is going to be 10 seconds, be like, hey, my name is Rando Tech Dude, and I want to show you this and this. Try it out, you know. You might end up just enjoying it and making some friends and learning more about video production. And then to go a little further, let's look at some of my newer videos. So I continue doing the tutorial videos. As you can tell, I put this out today. It's only gotten 22 views. I'm not really worried about that because it's going to help somebody, and I do think it'll probably go up over time as people are looking into how to get their prints dialed in. These two videos right here are really interesting because these are kind of trending. It's kind of trending. So, you know, there's this controversy about the S Pen. I've been looking into it. And I want to share like the information I've learned about it. And for me, this is really good. So getting 2,000 views. We can look at the analytics. So 55 watch hours on, you know, a 5-minute video. I get to hear what people think on the subject, which is really important. And I really like when people share different opinions. So a couple of these comments are saying like, you got this wrong. But I think that's great because then it continues the conversation. I'm able to get a different viewpoint. So totally recommend, you know, being open to hear what your audience says. They can actually teach you a lot. And I really am happy to hear that. You know, I had somebody on here say, hey, you're wrong about this. And he was right. And I really appreciate them bringing that to my attention. And it really helps with like future videos, making sure I'm giving the most correct, unbiased information I can. So on to the live stream. So if you are really trying to gain some watch hours, live streaming can really help. I went for a long time where my live streams didn't do well, and I had a little bit of time where my live streams did really well. And let's kind of talk about that, because if you are a new YouTuber and you're trying to gain those hours, live streams can really help. And I have some theories about like what they value in the live stream. So we'll start from the beginning. These are some of my first live streams. Mostly almost all of my live streams are just prints. So my first one did really good. Second one not so good. But you can see they're like slowly building, slowly waning. Some of these I thought were really cool. So I was printing poop, but like with a stretchy filament, and didn't do good. What I learned is from doing them over and over is, one, there's a limit. So I believe it's 24 hours. You can't stream longer than 24 hours, which probably won't matter to most people. But if you do a stream longer than that, cut it up, because when you cut it up to the like 12-hour mark, you can then make it public, and you only get those watch hours when you make it public. So for example, my larger prints, some of them didn't count because they went over that watch hour time. And I did learn that when you do really long live streams, even though your watch time goes down, like the amount of average watch time per person, you can still get more and more views. So let's kind of look at a recent one to show. Okay, so we'll just look at this one I'm doing right now. So it's not like the best example, but 4,000 views, 26 watch hours. I think it's great for a live print. And let's go over here. And you can see it's slowly going up. And you can watch through here. You know, don't be discouraged if you start live streaming and you're not getting many views. it'll slowly work out where like more and more viewers will see your content. For me, it does really good like later at night, and if you're trying to get those watch hours, don't be afraid to live stream, even if you're just, you know, taking something apart or working on your art. Even if 2 people are watching, maybe one of those people is going to be somebody who watches all your videos, somebody who you get to like talk to, and somebody who you kind of get to go on this YouTube journey with. So I'm actually kind of making this video because I have had a few people from my live stream ask like, oh, how should I go about this, or like, I've watched your videos and I want to start doing it. And so I want to share this information because, you know, there's enough YouTube pie for everyone, and we all can share our interests and hobbies. So overall, I just kind of want to say, like, there are some strategies you can use to get more viewers, to get more subscribers, to get more watch hours, and I think the number one things is to not be afraid of the live streaming. You know, even if you're getting no viewers, if you're live streaming, you know, like some video game content. For example, I've made a really good friend, Frankenmint, and you know, you can still like kind of hone your skills and kind of progress in this YouTube journey. And even if your channel or my channel doesn't succeed, I feel like I've learned so much sharing my interests that it's totally worth it. Oh, and let me show you, there are a couple of my live streams that have done really well. For example, this Mario Star, I kept making it bigger and bigger. I think one of the reasons it did really well, it was in December. I think maybe there wasn't a whole lot going on at that time, but it was also a really fun print. So if you do have something that you think is really exciting, you know, share it. You never know, it could get lots of views. And so this doesn't actually show the real metric. One of the things is you're not going to get your views until it's published, and then when it is published, people can rewatch it. I don't think a lot of people rewatch these live prints, but that's okay because they have watched a little bit when it was streaming. And people will tell you not to, you know, do shorts and videos, and I think that's not really true, because I think you can gain a lot of subscribers from shorts. You can direct them to your content. They can learn about who you are. So I think if you're new to this, try them both out. Play with it and have fun with it. You know, your shorts don't have to be masterpieces. You can just be showing like what you're into. Like for example, this short, I made it off of another YouTuber who made a short.
What flavor of autism did you guys get?
And so she was talking about what her flavor of autism is, and I shared what I'm into, and this has been one of my best shorts, and gained, oh, let's see here, I've gained quite a few subscribers from it, 23 subscribers, and you know, I got to interact a ton with the community. So my advice overall is just put yourself out there, try it out. You don't have to be the best YouTuber in the world, and even if you don't, you know, get monetized in 2 months, there's a lot to learn and a lot of fun stuff to do. And if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I didn't realize this would be 24 minutes, but I appreciate if you stuck around. And if you do have any questions, leave them in any of the comments of my videos, and I will absolutely get back to you.